What are some things that a teenager should avoid? Pregnancies. Yeah, teenage pregnancy sucks. The teenager is way too big for the birth canal and usually ends up ripping it to shreds. I wish the US actually taught this at schools. How is it that they teach you about drugs in elementary, but not sex? Doesn't make sense. Addiction, debt and pregnancy are the big ones. But avoid waiting for life to begin. It already has. Go in some positive direction even if you're not sure it's the exact right one. Your life has started is some real shit. Really needed this. Avoid skipping the dentist even if money is tight. Professional cleanings and preventive maintenance will pay dividends later in life. Editor at my inbox. A horror story to prove the point. I caught a bad spell of depression some years ago and stopped taking care of myself in many ways, including flossing and going to the dentist. I ended up having to have surgery to hollow up and fill out a completely rotten tooth, costing insane amounts of money. I was in so much pain. To make matters worse, there was a surprise nerve in one of the roots of my teeth, meaning they nearly drilled while the area wasn't completely anesthetized. I brushed my teeth religiously since, but sometimes we still find surprise holes from that time where I couldn't take care of myself for a few months. Take care of your teeth. I didn't take care of my teeth in college. Then I had 3 root canals in my 20s. Procrastination. Not as big as the other ones, but my god. Procrastination can get so bad and affect you so horribly if you let it get out of hand. I'll stop procrastinating. Later, maybe tomorrow. Yes. Teenagers need to hack themselves and figure out their own personal formula for productivity. Pays off big time. Yeah, teenage pregnancy sucks. The teenager is way too big for the birth canal and usually ends up ripping it to shreds. To shreds, you say? Then imagine whale pregnancies. Adults trying to be too friendly date you. You're not mature for your age. People their age don't want to be with him or around them for a reason. Yep, I remember when I was 14 and there were girls in my class dating men who were early 20s and I thought it was pretty odd then. And now I realize these men probably went for young girls as they are easy to manipulate. Yup. Had a supposedly 17-year-old heavily compliment me. Say that he wanted to hug me and never let go. Say that he adores me. How much I matter to him. And even call me sweetie. I instantly felt uncomfortable and panicked, and I ended going to friends for help and they agreed that it was creepy as fuck. I am 13. He _knew that I'm 13. He said that I was mature for my age and he would have never guessed. I deleted my account and made a new one. Never fucking again. Lack of sleep. It ain't make you cool. Go to bed early and enjoy full 9H night. Tell that to all my teachers right now. Believe me, I'd get 10 hours if I could, but my schedule simply doesn't allow it. Indeed. Teenagers need more sleep than an adult. Their brain ain't fully developed yet. Sleep helps with that. Social media and seeking others' approval. That shit will destroy them for years. This terrifies about my 2 kids. I was bullied as a kid in elementary and then high school. I had the ability to go home and forget about all of them and escape by playing video games. Fuck me. Kids these days don't get an escape. Just curious, what do you mean by destroy them? Like in what terms? Drugs. Absolutely drugs. Teenage brains aren't developed enough to handle that kind of dopamine. As someone who did drugs as a teen, this one would be at the top for me. It permanently fucked me up. Body, mind and all. It's been 8 years since I quit and I've actually continued to decline even more since then. We're not being squares. A lot of us have been there and done it already. I wish I'd listened. The psycho cartels that make a lot of this shit don't care what permanent side effects their experimental sideshow flavor of ecstasy has on you. I'm pro-weed, pro-psychedelics, pro-legalize everything, and yet I still want the recreational age for all of that to be 21. Brains need to fully developed before you start soaking them in fun juice. Edit 25 is a better age for the fully developed brain. Edit 2 I personally stand by the 21 limit. But science don't give a fuck about my stances. Suppressing emotions. It's okay to feel sad, angry, anxious, etc. Don't be made to feel bad for feeling this range of emotions through your teenage years. Wish someone taught me this. Emotions were discouraged in my household. Well, positive emotions were fine, but if I didn't look happy my parents would get angry and yell at me. Now I'm trying to fix it by teaching myself what my parents didn't. But to be fair to them, they were raised like that too and didn't know any different. So to anyone who's going to have children or already has them, one of the biggest favors you can do your child is work through your own shit. Because it will follow them and you'll realize it way too late. I have a real issue manifesting anger in a healthy way because I suppressed it all through high school and into my early 20s. Tried therapy, have a great supportive partner, and martial arts. Still can't let it out of the box when I need it. Really creates anxiety for me. But I'm getting better at harnessing it. I'm 28. Direct strikes by lightning. Strike me down, Zeus, you don't have the bar. Getting in a car with your drunk friend driving is the equivalent of raising a sword over your head in a lightning storm. Don't practice unsafe sex. Condoms and pills are cheaper than having to raise an unplanned child. Tobacco, drugs, and alcohol. No, they don't make you cool. They are very addictive, and you can't easily shake off the habit. Lol. Not only teenagers do that stuff to look cool. I had a friend. He always made sure to show a cig in almost every Instagram post. Anal is even cheaper though. A horror story to prove the point: I caught a bad spell of depression some years ago and stopped taking care of myself in many ways, including flossing and going to the dentist. I ended up having to have surgery to hollow up and fill out a completely rotten tooth, costing insane amounts of money. I was in so much pain. To make matters worse, there was a surprise nerve in one of the roots of my teeth, meaning they nearly drilled while the area wasn't completely anesthetized. I brushed my teeth religiously since, but sometimes we still find surprise holes from that time where I couldn't take care of myself for a few months. Take care of your teeth. Same here. Lost my job and spiraled into 2 years of depression. Probably brushed my teeth once a day if I was lucky. Had to have teeth pulled, a root canal, root scaling, so many fillings, and a crown. Definitely ashamed and learned my lesson. Edit clarification. Brushing my teeth once a day was what I considered good. There were stretches of time where I didn't touch them for weeks. Probably where I did the most damage. Depression is rough. Is brushing once a day really that bad?